Hi, I'm Lindley. Welcome back. Sorry that it's been a while. We've had a very busy time here at Greenscreen HQ since Blog 3, but here we go with great content for business, Blog 4 media training. Now there's lots to get into here, lots to get right, and that's why I'm going to cut this up into 3 chunks. Part 1, dealing with the practical principles and all of the important preparation for both B2C and B2B media, interviews, webinars, anything you want to appear in where you need to combine facts, figures, statements, and cameras. In part 2, we'll expand the handbook by focusing on practical delivery, using 3 types of contact with media or your own video content for every audience. Then in part 3, we'll take a look at sourcing great media training, summarizing and polishing your technique. Now, as with everything we do at Greenscreen, the next 3 episodes are about helping you to find your own voice, your own style, your own way of speaking to your audience, backed up by tens of thousands of interviews that we've carried out with clients on location, in studios, at conferences, on TV. The absolute essentials taken from the experts. So, let's prepare. Now, prep is everything, but you can and often have to streamline it. Now, we've done that for many clients over the years, but let's face it, most of us have to work pretty hard to remember key points, facts and figures, as well as responding to questions and trying to look comfortable. So, good streamlined prep starts with simplicity and gearing your points to your audience. They want to get an insight into what you do, what you know, and this is your chance to reach out and advise them. Let's look at 3 key guiding areas that work in any type of media. First of all, simplicity. Next, clarity in key points and practical examples. Delivery that's natural, convincing, and conversational. Starting with simplicity. Now, here's the structure of almost every single media appearance that anyone will do. It starts with a hello from you, then the headline of why you're speaking. Next, a section with more detail, perhaps in a question and answer style, covering issues surrounding the story or statement that you're making. Here, you'll use the what, when, where, how, why, and who questions from the earlier Greenscreen blogs. Within that, there'll be key facts and figures to illustrate your points. These need to be prepared. And finally, a summary, perhaps with a more personal message and a look to the future. Now that covers the structure of any piece to camera, every interview or statement to a B2B or B2C audience. So now you need to fill in those sections and keep your points simple so that you can talk around the structure, add and subtract other relevant points to respond to questions and add that all-important personal touch. Now, if you're being fully scripted, you'll either need to memorize or read from a prompter, but in both of those cases, you need to focus on your delivery. We'll go into that later and in the next blog. Okay, clarity. It's time to look at it from the other side. Clarity is about making sure that the people you're speaking to have a clear understanding of what you're saying. So how do you do that time after time? Seems like a challenge, right? Well, fundamentally, you have to be uncompromising. Ask yourself, if you were hearing this for the first time as a customer, what would you really want to hear, if nothing else? That's a place to start. Ask yourself, are you just relaying information? Or are you there to put people's minds at ease, for example? Are you giving an update? Fundamentally, why are you speaking to them? And why should they care about it? It's pretty uncompromising. Whenever you're preparing for a media piece, think about what needs to be understood and how simply you can put it. Now, that's at the heart of clarity in media terms from somebody like me, a former journalist. You can also tell people that there's more information on your website, so there's plenty more you can say without spelling it out in detail. All right, number 3, delivery. Now, I'm going to go into this more next time with some practical examples, but delivery is all important to media contact these days. I want to mention this with prep in mind for the moment. Now, there's nothing worse than seeing or hearing from somebody who doesn't appear as though they believe in what they're actually saying. It's frustrating. It's very hard to tap into what they're saying. Another thing that we've all seen is somebody who insists on repeating the same key points again and again and again. It's lazy. It's old-fashioned. You don't need to do it anymore, but sadly it's still the way that some people train you to appear on the media because they think it's safe. Every audience knows when they're being talked at or lied to. So bringing together all of the points on simplicity and clarity and personal touch is important, and actually a great advantage to add a human touch to your delivery and make your message compelling. That means preparing with natural language, less jargon, more of a conversational style, so that you can respond to questions and show your audience that you care about the information that you're giving to them. Much higher impact. In brief, here's how to do that again. Firstly, with your structure and key points at the ready, step back. Now, put your script on the floor, face down, and explain those points as you would to a friend or a colleague. Your way of doing it will be different to the next person, obviously. It might be more formal, but this is where a little coaching from experienced interviewers can help. But stepping back is really important. Your baseline is to try to explain your points in the most serious professional way first. That's a good exercise, serious first. It won't look very different to what you've prepared already. Next, try doing it in the most friendly, personal and honest way. Smile. Use your body language in a way that's over the top. Have fun with it. Look back at what you've just done, and it might be a little uncomfortable, but you just performed and probably appeared much more genuine and human. That is the second way of doing it. Thirdly, do it with a combination of both. Being serious when the point is particularly important, or some crucial facts perhaps have been laid out. That's really important to be serious. Then get a colleague or friend or member of the family to prompt you and watch how you combine the serious with the conversational. Now that's your style to develop from now on. Try it again with a few different issues or stories and you'll start to settle down into a natural style somewhere between the two. I and my team can obviously help you with all of this, totally tailored to you, all embarrassment aside. It's actually all about backing away from the old way of speaking publicly, very seriously, and allowing your natural style, tone and personality to come through at the right time in the right way. It's a combination of both. It really works. So practice that, learn where your strengths lie, and you're on the road to making great appearances on your media, and if you need to, the media. And that's where we'll be going next. I'll show you how to bring together and deliver great personal media appearances in a range of situations, from advice to mass media, maybe to your own websites, to your crisis communications, and examples in between. For now, it is time to go. As always, I need your input to keep up to date, insights into how to create great content for business. We can tell you some things. I'm sure you can tell us many more. So get in touch on Facebook, on Twitter, or through the website greenscreen.london and join in the conversation. See you next time when the media training series continues. Until then, all the best, take care, see you soon.